Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to today's Explainer. We're looking at something today that is absolutely fundamental to our shared human experience. How we actually step up and address the most basic yet critical needs of the people around us. The world is full of people in need, right? And let's be honest, sometimes the sheer scale of that need can feel completely overwhelming. But today we're going to explore a deeply inspiring case study of what I like to call structured compassion. We're talking about the Kunwar Muhammad Sagir Hanif Memorial Trust. As you'll see, it's just a brilliant example of how hyper-localized, really organized efforts can create massive, rippling impacts across an entire community.
For some, education is a dream, treatment is a test, and clean water is a blessing. I want that reality to kind of anchor our explainer today. Because while a lot of us take learning, basic healthcare, or even just grabbing a glass of clean water totally for granted, for countless others, those are literally daily battles. But here's the good news. Where there are immense challenges, there are also groups working quietly behind the scenes, grinding away to turn those distant dreams into everyday realities.
So, here is our roadmap for today. We'll start off with hope and reality, move into social welfare and education, then look at protecting health and life. After that, we'll cover clean water and religious education, check out their vision of a bright future, and finally wrap up with your help, someone's life. Section 1. Hope and Reality. The Foundations of Service. So, let's go back to the 1990s. This trust was established by a group of brothers in memory of their elders, Kunwar Muhammad Sagir and Kunwar Muhammad Hanif. And this brilliantly illustrates their core driving philosophy. They weren't born from some massive corporate mandate. No, it was deeply personal. It's rooted in Khidmat Khalq. Basically, that translates to the spirit of serving humanity and helping the weaker sections of society with pure intentions. And when your absolute only metric for success is uplifting the vulnerable, well, that fundamentally changes how you operate, how you allocate your resources, and how you scale your impact. Moving right along to Section 2, Social Welfare and Education. Empowering the vulnerable. Now, the Trust sees education as the ultimate equalizer, right? They step in to provide books, cover educational expenses, give out stipends, and they even help out with dowry and financial aid for the marriages of orphan and poor girls, which lifts a massive societal burden. But I really want you to think about the sheer scale of their monthly support. Over 300. That is the number of widow-led households currently receiving a permanent, reliable lifeline of monthly rations and stipends. It's a consistent system. It means more than 300 vulnerable families simply don't have to wake up wondering where their next meal is coming from. Section 3. Protecting Health and Life. Unprecedented Medical Care. Okay, let's shift to their massive healthcare initiatives. They already run a free medical dispensary serving over 6,000 patients a year, plus an ambulance service handling 1,000 emergencies annually. But what's really interesting here is this staggering number, 8,955. That is how many successful, completely free eye surgeries they've performed using modern technology. I mean, just imagine the compound impact of that. Nearly 9,000 men and women getting the gift of sight restored, able to re-enter society, rejoin the workforce, and actually see their families again.
So how do they actually pull this off? Well, on average, a modern eye surgery runs about 3,500 rupees. Now, for a family living in deep poverty, that might as well be 1,000,000 rupees, right? It's completely out of reach. But the trust completely absorbs this cost. The patient pays zero. Nada. By taking on that 3,500 rupee financial barrier for every single patient, the trust is quite literally giving people their lives back.
Let's move to and see how this builds a picture of incredible financial transparency. Looking at their annual expenditures across these sectors, you can see exactly where the money goes. About 22 lakh rupees go strictly to social welfare and education every single year. Another 60 lakhs sustain the welfare pathology lab that's for highly subsidized or even completely free medical tests, while 1 lakh is dedicated purely to clean water projects year in and year out. It proves that millions of rupees are actively distributed exactly where they're needed most.
Section 4. Clean Water and Religious Education. Nurturing Body and Soul. So, to nurture the body, the Trust stepped up and installed these heavy-duty RO water filtration and chiller plants. Right now, those plants provide clean, ice-cold drinking water to roughly 15,000 people. That's a huge logistical achievement. And to nurture the soul, they've got the Madrasa Famu Quran, which is delivering some really striking results.
Over 80 kids have completed the Hifz al-Quran, while hundreds more are getting Nazra and basic religious education. They even offer full residential facilities to support about 20 distant students, all while managing adjoining mosques to create a highly structured, supportive environment for hundreds of worshippers every single day.
Section 5. Vision of a bright future. Building for tomorrow. Now, everything we've talked about so far, that is just their current operation. Looking forward, they are launching a massive, highly structured expansion, and this is backed by strong human resources, including 3 highly experienced family doctors who already work in major hospitals. Their master plan is huge. It includes a brand new, completely free religious school, paired up with a modern intermediate school, a vocational training institute to make sure students actually become self-sufficient, a public library, and top it all off with a state-of-the-art modern medical complex, fully equipped with operation theaters and maternity services.
And listen, this is definitely not just some pipe dream drawn up on a whiteboard. Over 2.12 crore rupees have already been invested into the initial construction phases of these exact projects. It's concrete proof that they are taking action right now, not just dreaming about it. They are literally laying the bricks today for the institutions that are going to serve this community tomorrow.
Section 6. Your help, someone's life. The power of contribution. So the crucial point is, how does a massive charitable ecosystem like this sustain itself and keep growing? Well, it's all about shared communal responsibility, and the barrier to actually making an impact here is remarkably low. Whether your contribution is just 100 rupees, or if it stretches all the way into the crores, it follows the exact same powerful pathway. Step 1, a donation is made. Step 2, it gets efficiently routed through their organized infrastructure directly into education or life-saving medical treatment. And Step 3, it ultimately ignites new hope and creates a tangibly improved life for someone in desperate need. It scales perfectly.
Which brings us to the ultimate question. Are you ready to become a part of this ongoing legacy and shape the future for generations to come? The Kanwar Muhammad Sagir Hanif Memorial Trust totally proves that when you combine pure intentions with really rigorous organization and community support, the impact is just limitless. It is such a powerful reminder that your contributions, no matter the size, truly have the power to echo across time and transform lives. Thank you so much for joining me today to explore this incredible model of structured compassion. Keep learning, keep helping, and I'll catch you in the next